Okay, Shasta County. So, in an effort to try to explain how we've gotten so far as to have our voting systems completely removed, 182,000 Shasta County citizens completely disenfranchised, we started looking back into the Red, White, and Blueprint documentary. Episode 2, A House of Cards, features an interview with Reverge Anselmo, the Connecticut billionaire that funded the campaigns of Patrick Jones, Chris Kellstrom, Kevin Cry, and Tim Garman. With what we know now and how things have turned out, rewatching the interview with this man explains so much. I'm going to give more commentary on this after you see the video, but I just really feel like it's extremely important that you guys see from the source what was going through the mind of this billionaire from out of town, Reverge Anselmo, when he decided to support these politicians.
Shasta County is going to court to shut down parts of the Seven Hills Land and Cattle Company operation near Shingletown. That's home of Anselmo Vineyards. The preliminary injunction asks that cattle be moved off land the county says was illegally graded, that the restaurant be closed because proper permits haven't been obtained, that a chapel Reverge Anselmo insists is private is actually commercial. Now, I talked with a couple of Shasta County officials this afternoon. They say they can't speak publicly because they're in litigation, and this preliminary injunction request speaks for itself.
So, what brought you to Shasta County?
My horse. I had a very good bond with the horse. So I bought the ranch. I bought it in California, not because I'm a fan of California, but I always knew if I had to get rid of it, I could. It's California, so I can dump it. So I only bought California because of that, and because I'd looked up Shasta County was reported to be 67% registered Republicans. So I said, at least I'm not going to have to deal with any craziness up there, so let's go. We figured if we could get a sign on 44, we would probably catch 20 people in a day, 4 or 5 days a week, that will buy some wine. The response basically was overwhelming, especially once I started cooking. We had to up everything to accommodate the business. We didn't want to disappoint the business, and we wanted to encourage it. Somebody we had met had a bed and breakfast up in the town of Shingle. And we talked to her, and she said, oh no, you're gonna get nowhere. If you want a building permit, you're gonna have to see Russ Mull. Now, when I go see Russ Mull, I always wear makeup and a push-up bra. I know what he wants, so I lead him on. And since you're a man, you're gonna have to offer him hunting on your ranch, or he's gonna do nothing for you. I didn't offer it. The idea of bribes irritates me profoundly. I get that from my dad. So I built that chapel, which was beautiful, right? So fast. It was 9 months from the foundation to the first mass. 9 months, because everything was preset. I'd even ordered the bells in advance out of Belgium, the motor for the bells. Everything was sized and ready. We'd built a lot of stuff together, all of us, so we knew how to work with each other, and it was like a perk chart. How do we get to the mass? And we just got there so fast that the county turned around, the damn thing standing there, basically. And then we were underway with the private mass. And that's where they came, and they red tagged it. And I said to the guy who laid the red tag on it, I said, you understand what you're about to do here, right? This is an Amendment 1 issue. If you do that, I'm going to be taking you into federal court. I'm doing nothing wrong. You're doing it, and you're about to do it. Are you sure you're going to do that? He said, yes, I've been instructed to, and I'm going to. And I said, take a photograph of it, because the minute you do that, I'm ripping it down. That red tag's not going to hang on my building. And that's how we went from county court to state court to federal court.
Who won?
What?
The court case. Who won?
The county. I folded. It was time to go. My mother died. My wife demanded a divorce. So I had now no internal support. And I settled with the county. I voluntarily settled. I said, who fights their way into Shasta County? Who does that?
You know, we feel like there's a bit of a house of cards with the supervisors because they're the ones that actually...
We are recalling 3, right?
Yes.
Yes,
So that's
sir.
all it takes. You can take over your own government. You can fire it all, especially if you keep recalling supervisors that flake out on you. They trade your ass out for a little bit more. I know that they've padded their salaries and their pensions and their health care on your dime. And I don't know what power they think they have, because look, what you're doing right here, you can show them how much power they have. That much. Without our consent, if we say you don't have it, guess what? You don't have it.
What?
Would I come back?
Yeah.
That's your question, right?
Yeah.
If you're successful with Patrick Jones, recall 3 supervisors, eliminate the whole resources management division, which has no resources. Yeah, if you did that, I'd go back.
So from watching that, there are a few things that we can glean. Reverge Anselmo did not come back to Shasta County because they were not successful in recalling those 3 supervisors. They were only able to get Leonard Modi. And here's a little fun fact. Leonard Modi was part of the decision that made it so Reverge Anselmo got red flagged for his chapel that he wanted to build on his property. What's that saying? The truth shall set you free? Rewatching that interview of Reverge Anselmo over 2 years later, with the information we have now after seeing the outcome of those decisions, is so telling. This dude clearly had a vendetta against Shasta County and Leonard Modi for not allowing him to expand his business. And then when they told him no, he developed a grudge for over 10 years. And then finally used people like Patrick Jones, Kevin Cry, Chris Kellstrom, and Tim Garman to exact his revenge. All of the bullshit we're in right now, the reason that 182,000 Shasta County voters are currently disenfranchised is because an out-of-town billionaire got his feelings hurt. This is a weird place to be in for America. And this is why billionaires should not exist. A billionaire was able to take away the voting rights of 182,000 people because he was butthurt over a personal issue. Draw your own conclusions, but that interview of Reverge Anselmo says all that you need to hear.